I'll tell the camera. Well, anyways, we're back with the second part. Cameraman was just asking me why I was doing another part, but if you guys don't know, it's because I'm using my iPod, and it kind of, the upload speeds are kind of a little slow for the longer videos, and sometimes they don't upload. So I do the two parts, so I know at least one will do it, and then I can focus on the other one. But anyways, the cameraman was just telling me. What were you just telling me, cameraman?
Now that I'm getting used to the chew, you know, I haven't really got used to dip, but you know, I might get used to dip. But I was saying that I'm getting used to like the taste and everything, you know. That I might start chewing, you know.
You know, I think you might be a straight dipper or like a fruity dipper.
Yeah.
You know, don't make, it isn't about what you dip or what you chew or what you spit in.
Yeah.
You guys know my policy on that shit. It doesn't fucking matter. You're a dip. If you consume tobacco, smokeless or non-smokeless, you're still in the gang of tobacco users.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys know my deal with brands or the spitter subject or that type of shit, you know. But, honestly, I don't give a fuck what you do. So that's just another two tidbits about that. So hate all you want. Same with my nails, Fuck what you think, it's girly or manly. I don't give a fuck. I did it not because my niece wanted me to, and I'm a cool uncle. And I mean, the cameraman would have done it too if she would have asked him.
Yeah.
So, fuck you guys. It's fabulous, bitches. So that's to all the haters out there. Because did you know I was watching Country Dippers or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were talking about these guys that were talking about Southern Dippers. I think it was Country Dippers or fuck. I should have written the name down, but I watch them quite often whenever they make videos. But it was Country Dippers, yeah, I think it was. I'll look it up and I'll put the link to the description box down below to that to their deal, because I learned how to do that. But they were talking about these groups, this YouTube group that's in the dipping community, and they make fun of the dippers on there. That was kind of grody. Yeah. That was kind of flam. But yeah, they were making fun of some of the YouTubers, and they were talking shit, and they were. Oh, he got some flam.
Yeah.
So he was
I ain't being a little bitch about chew.
But you're not really being a bitch. You kept it in there for about.
Yeah. It's still a little, a little.
I mean, I'm pretty sure these guys get it too, like that phlegmy shit that, you try to spit it out and sometimes it just fucks up your whole lip, like it takes shit and you're like, and then you're like, fuck it, you gotta take a napkin or your fingers and you're like, oh, take it out with that because the spitting is just gonna fuck up whatever you got in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get those sometimes too. I'm not saying you're a little bitch. Oh, and if you guys wonder, we're spitting fucking Woody. And this is what we got Woody. It's a lampshade that's pretty tall.
It has like wood.
Yeah,
like wood
it's
pattern.
fucking. You got some wood pattern.
Like branches and shit.
Huh?
Like branches.
Yeah. And we put Woody in there as like sort of a. It works as a fucking mud jug holder.
Yeah.
Or like when you're dipping with tea. I mean.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean fucking. Ideas on the fly. All right. But anyways, that was my EDC for what I normally carry.
Everyday carry.
Yeah, it's every.
I was wondering what it was said.
Yeah, everyday carry. Oh, dude, did you know? Okay, on the way to Boise, which is where the specialist is, or the specialist office is, we rode with our Aunt Debbie. Me and my mom, because I hate going to fucking doctors. I think I've explained this. I mean, and he's like, he understands, because usually when someone goes there, it's to that specialist. It's usually not for good news, or It's not for a social visit. Let's just say that. All right. But in the end, it turned out pretty fine. Going back to that subject on Wednesday, it turned out fine. I stayed up all night thinking, "Oh fuck, what the hell do I say if that bastard, tries to talk some shit or whatnot?" And you get those types. Do you ever get like that?
Yeah.
Do you ever think what the fuck you're gonna say?
Even from our last family doctor,
Yeah. But anyways, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's just a little part. Okay, so we're riding with Aunt Debbie, alright? And I didn't know this. In the state of Idaho, it is legal to carry guns on school property now. Now, I don't know. Yeah, Aunt Debbie said that they had a big thing in Twin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had a big thing in Twin. A guy, he was going out of state. Okay, well, here in the state of Idaho, when we were still in school, because we were dropped out,
Yeah.
because, that's not the best decision we've ever made, and we kind of regret that type of shit.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. Can't change the past. We can just move forward and hopefully better our lives based on our dumb decisions and choices that we made that weren't so great. But when we were still in school, you weren't allowed to,
Not even a pocket knife.
No.
Not even like a little tiny one.
You couldn't even have a weapon on your person. I mean, they allowed box cutters, which which kind of ironic. But box cutters, you stab someone, it's not gonna inflict serious damage. Maybe about an inch and a half.
No, but you could seriously slice someone's throat, But
yeah, but they, especially because we're kids, they come because we live in a country where we have country all around us and farm kids and stuff. But they didn't allow, say, back in the day when our mom and our aunts were going to school, we're in a big hunting state. Well, and especially around where we live, just about everybody hunts, and just about everybody owns a gun. Well, kids, duck hunting season happens, they're in school and whatnot. And, sometimes you want to go after school to get a little duck hunting in.
And also,
they weren't, they weren't allowed to keep their guns in their car, like locked in their trunks, away out of the public's eye, but, still safe, not like they're going to get to it because, they're going hunting for the weekend and they got their shit packed and they want to leave as early as possible to get as much hunting in as possible. And they weren't allowed to do that. Well, now there was a guy. Get this, all right? There's a guy. He was going out of state, and he had a valid reason. He had family that lived near the school, and I don't know the whole situation. He didn't have a car or nothing. DJ was when I mentioned it. DJ's like, yeah, there's a big thing with it. He walked by the school because his family members he's taking his guns to because he's going out of state. And he didn't want people to steal it because, people can steal. It's been known around here that stupid kids will steal their guns and they'll get used in illegal activity and they don't scrape the barcodes off, or if they do, they can find the barcodes, and if they're registered under your name, you get a knock on the door, even though you might have reported it stolen. You still get a fucking knock at the door and questioned heavily because it was your firearm and someone broke into your house and stole it. But so he was making sure that wasn't going to happen. So he was taking it to somebody, one of his family members who he trusts, who had a gun safe and was going to be home because he's going to be out of town and out of state. And I don't know about his vehicle or whatnot. It might have been safer, but he was walking, which in itself he was open carrying. You could see all his guns, It wasn't like he was in the wrong. He just walked by the school, and they locked it fucking down. And that's the thing. They're throwing a big hissy fit over, oh, he's gonna, just because of Columbine. I'm gonna tell you this right now, alright? I don't know too many people who are gonna open carry, walk on the fucking school grounds, and, get everybody like that. That's just fucking retarded in general, and he had a valid reason, and I just don't think that it should be an upset. I think, we should have like gun safety classes in school because nowadays, people are so fucking scared of a gun, you know, it's getting fucking ridiculous. Like, we should have gun safety in school and whatnot. But, another light news, that, he must have swallowed some shit.
Yeah. And I also had that fucking phlegm.
Oh, yeah, phlegm will do it. You spit your dip, or you spit your chaw out?
Nope.
Alright.
I ain't mean to bitch.
Okay, yeah, man.
That ain't the reason,
You like that shit enough to keep it up?
Yep.
Alright, well.
We'll drill with you.
But, well, they had a discussion, and they're like, well, that's fucking ridiculous. This guy was just walking, and he gets, like, he's an armed terrorist, and he had a valid reason to, and he wasn't going towards the school, he was just walking by the school, because, the people he was taking the guns to lived by there. And they do that, too. Even at our school, they had someone scared. He wasn't even near the school. He was on the other side of the school. He was walking out away from the school, but he happened to be near school with the guns, and it was open. You could clearly tell he had a gun, but they freak out, and I think,
Yeah.
And around here, most people don't freak out. It's like the school and whatnot. They freak out because of the Columbine shootings and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I think, it wouldn't be so scary if we had gun safety, gun safety 101 mandatory in schools.
Yeah, dude.
And, teachers, I think teachers nowadays, no matter what, should have to carry and be trained in gun safety themselves and carried, I think that should be mandatory,
Yeah.
So it's not such a big hype. And here in Idaho, they're trying to get a law passed to take away, not take away, but abolish where you need to get a concealed carry permit to carry. Concealed, yeah.
It's crazy.
Because we have a right to bear arms. Whether, and I understand the whole concealed carrier permit thing, but honestly, if we taught gun safety in school, that concealed carry, we wouldn't need to have those classes, especially like a lot of the old timers and whatnot. You can, a lot of the old timers know how to fucking use a gun and carry it properly, because why? They were raised during a time where people weren't afraid of a gun, because they realized a gun did not kill people. It was the person pulling the trigger.
Yeah, dude.
Because the gun is just another tool in the human species arsenal belt of things that can protect us, from any danger of any walk of life, such as dog, animals, humans, you name it. I mean, but people are so being pussies about it all. I mean, I'll tell you what, most people, they might maim you, but it takes someone that is kind of, I'm not gonna, to kill someone else, for someone who doesn't have empathy, it takes a really heavy toll. For someone who has empathy, it takes a heavy toll to pull a trigger and kill someone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's for psychopaths, the lack of empathy or remorse for killing something is one of the signs of a psychopath. But you can't just go on that, because, let's face it, there's a lot of people that don't have empathy. Look at our fucking government and all the people in there. Do you think they have empathy for, and big corporations, do you think they have empathy for bending us over and raping us, stealing every dollar we get? They, because Uncle Sam got to get his dollar. But anyways, that's just a little bit, they're getting that. And when I was coming back from DJ's house on there, and the town over where the freeway comes over, they had honk if you're for I don't know, righteous carry or not, for right to carry, and that's pretty much what that is. If you want to look it up, look it up. But that is on there, and Debbie said, you know, I and DJ, you know, so it's you.
Yeah, dude, I would love to carry, you know.
You know, and that was one thing. This is getting a little too long. Sorry, guys. This is kind of how me and cameraman do it, but you know, no matter what, I still think we should have classes. You know.
Definitely. Even if it's not in school, you know?
Yeah.
Just have it like on the side, you know.
But make it. But you know, for like if you're in school, make it mandatory. Like if you're a high school student and whatnot, and you know, you can even teach like say middle school. You know, don't go far as elementary, but like get them like, you know, at a certain age. I'm not saying all through school. I'm just saying like get them warmed up to the idea. And, you know, get them where they're not so afraid of a tool that could ultimately be used to save their life. Because, I mean, officers, they open carry, but a lot of them have concealed carry permits for when they do. But, you know, you don't see when an officer is carrying. You're not afraid of that, even though, you know, some of the people that are likely to abuse the privilege is the ones who have that privilege in the first place.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, but on the other hand, there's a lot of people that don't give a fuck if they have that privilege or not. You know, I just think, you know, I just say, officers, why aren't people afraid of officers who are carrying, but are afraid of normal citizens who might have a carrier's permit and are openly carrying a gun, and not even it's not even, you know, it's you know, you don't know if it's gonna be loaded or not, but still, why should you be any more afraid of someone who might be packing and it isn't even out towards you than your normal law enforcement? I mean, honestly, what's the difference? Because some people who conceal carry are about as trained to use that gun and have just as much experience with the gun than, you know, if they have, you know, the concealed carry permit. A lot of them have just as much experience as you're a police officer. You're a normal run-of-the-mill police officer.
Yeah. Like some people are like born and raised in guns, you know.
Oh yeah.
Some of the cops aren't even like born and raised in guns, you know.
Oh shit, we got some that from California and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I just say, you know, when it comes to the Second Amendment, I'm all for it.
I think Idaho, you know, say we live in pretty big in guns too, you know.
Well, like, see, it goes Alaska, Texas, Montana, and then I think we're on the list, but we're not as high up as those guys are.
No, we're not like, you know, guns or die, you know. We're just like, we want our guns, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we have more guns and cows per capita than we do people. And that's the thing. I mean, you grow up around guns. Why in the hell are you being taught to be afraid of guns?
Yeah.
Because, you know, like I said, guns are a tool and not, you know, how they're used is up to the person behind that tool. Just like a hammer, alright? You see someone carry a hammer around. Whether it's on their tool belt or not, are you going to be afraid of a hammer? Because a hammer is just as deadly as a gun, alright? Yeah. The only problem is that hammer got to get up close. But in actuality, there's no difference between a hammer or any other tool out there. Yeah. So are you going to start, you know, what's next? Are we going to start being afraid of a carpenter who carries a hammer for work? Or someone who has a toolbox that has, you know, that has screwdrivers and socket wrenches?
Yeah, dude. Like, what's next? Man?
Yeah, I mean, what the... I mean, if we can't get out of that, you know, how in the hell, if, like, some foreign country wants to invade us, how in the hell are we going to defend ourselves if we're a nation who was built on owning our own fucking weapons and bearing the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms. If we're a nation too scared of using that amendment, then how in the hell do we expect to defend ourselves when it comes to time to defend ourselves? That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is a little bit different, video. It's back to back to the older styles. I want to give the Copenhagen man a shout out. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, dude. Said I'd give you a shout out, so I will. Shout out to all my regulars like Full Review. He makes great reviews. Big Dipper Zach. I have a new shout out. Superfly Fat Guy 95, pretty cool dude. Makes great videos. He does knives, cooking, camping. He does a lot of good assortment, and if you haven't checked out his, go check him out, and go watch his. If you're a new YouTuber, I highly suggest go watch his new advice for new YouTubers. It's a really good video, and it kind of gave me a little bit more help and insight to someone who actually struggled. I mean, he's still he's getting it, but he found some shit that worked, and it's just a really good one. One of the best advice for a new YouTuber that I found. Go watch him. Go check him out. Go check out Kenya Adams. She's starting out. She has a few videos. Go check her out. She's a pretty cool chick. Who else? Chub Fucker. Go check him out. He makes great fucking videos. He's a pretty cool dude. Who else? Big Dipper Zach. Go check him out. He's pretty cool if you haven't already. Who else? I think, JD Hewitt, go check him out. He always keeps it fucking real, so go check him out just because, it's fucking awesome like that. But anyways, I'll catch you all later, and always remember, keep a lip packed and a can or a bag handy, because life is better with a pinch. Fucking see you all in the next video.